Hi, my name is Josh. I'm the CIO at Norris Incorporated. We're a systems integration company serving Maine, New Hampshire, and Vermont. And today I'd like to spend a couple minutes going over the latest release of the S2 Netbox VR system. It is a system that we recently installed internally for our own security, as well as a system that we resell to our customers. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is browse over to that system. You're going to notice that I'm doing all of this in a browser window. This is available in multiple browsers. There's no client software to install in order to review the access or the CCTV. I'm going to be demoing this in Internet Explorer, but you could be using Firefox or Chrome or any other the browsers that are out there. And the other thing is that allows us to be platform independent. So I'm using a Windows 7 machine, but I could easily do this on a Linux or Macintosh as well, which is great in mixed environments like the education market, where you typically have all three platforms located in the same facilities. So I'm going to go ahead and log in here. And the other thing to notice is that I'm able to log in using my Active Directory username and password. We are fully integrated here to our Windows domain controllers. So I don't need to maintain a separate username and password list, expiration policy, security, all those things. We're integrated back to our central domain controller. There's lots of features and functionality of this system. What I'm going to kind of go over today is the video integration with access control. The Netbox VR series is actually a single network appliance which is able to handle the access control, the actual physical access control of the building, as well as managing the IP-based video coming in on a single appliance. So we don't have multiple servers in place now for our CCTVs or our access control. It is all on the same piece of hardware. What I'm going to go ahead and do is go through the actual setup of this and specifically how we create the events that tie the video to the access control activity log. The advantage of this really being that if we look at the activity log here, we only have one place where we need to go in order to review our access to our building and the CCTV, the video events associated with those access events. And how we actually do this is we build an event that is going to take and record video. And what it's doing is actually creating a log in the activity log that goes ahead and timestamps the access control event. So the opening of a door, a valid card access, a door being forced open, any type of an input is going to take and associate that with a specific video camera. So if I look at an event that we have built here that has to do with our back entrance into our South Portland office, I can take a look and see that this does two things. It logs the actual event in the activity log, and the second event is that it actually creates the recorded video there in the log as well. And what we're able to do here is to tie the event to a specific camera. In this case, we're looking at the back entrance camera in the system. So the very basic event, we want it to log, we want it to record the video, and that's all that it takes to create the event itself. Because this is an integrated system, if we go down here and we look at the NetVR appliance settings, we can see that the S2 Netbox system is actually just pointing back to itself for the CCTV system. We see the internal IP address there, as well as an external IP address so that we can view that video offsite as well. It's important to note that the CCTV-based application, or the integration that's available here, is available to other CCTV systems that aren't on the same network appliance. The highest level of integration that S2 does is actually with the ExactQ servers, and you'll actually notice when you get the system that the CCTV engine, the actual server that's embedded on the appliance, is an ExactQ server. But you can have an external Exact server, Milestone, ONSI, or some other platforms that are supported off of the actual hardware. So if you already have an environment with existing CCTV or a distributed environment where you have several servers, you can tie those integrations together as well. So based on the event that we set up to actually record and show the recorded video, I've opted on our system to actually tie that directly into the door position switch input. The reason why I've done this is that we wanted to be able to record a video not only when somebody created or swiped the valid access to gain entry to the building, or not only when the door was forced open, but we want to see people coming or going or any type of an event associated with that door. So by tying the recording event directly to the door position switch, every time that door is open and closed, we get an event generated in the log and we have the associated video with it. We can tie this event just as easily to a door forced event, to a valid access or to an invalid access to only show the video in the log around those specific events. So in this case, though, we actually have the input being the door position switch, and all that we've had to do is change the drop-down box here from our off-normal event, so when that contact opens up, we want to trigger the event to record the video. And setting up the event and tying it to the input is all that it takes. Once you have those two steps done, you're able to look at the activity log now, and you can actually see in this case, the back door being open, and there's an associated video icon in here. By clicking on that icon now, I can get a camera to come up and actually show me the video from that door at the same time as that event occurs. Previously, before this type of integration was available, we would have an access control system that we would have to go in and look at this event log and get a date and a timestamp on it, which is accessible in every system. Then you'd have to go over and open up your software for the CCTV system, run a search on that particular camera for the same date and timestamp, and then review the video. This cuts that down to the time being as simple as clicking on an icon, but it also gives you a single point of interaction with both types of the systems. So I don't need to switch back and forth between the multiple pieces of software. I can actually view a live monitoring desktop, and I can see in one screen in one browser my activity log as well as live camera feeds from the CCTV side of things. So I can go in here and I can change to a different camera just by clicking on it. I can also create custom screens through the S2 system that allows me to view any number of cameras that I want, activity logs. We'll notice here that we can actually go in and unlock a portal simply by clicking on the door and clicking the unlock button. So this is a good application, especially in the K-12 market, where you may have the doors locked during the day, but you want to be able to position a camera at that entrance door and only allow people in once you've verified who they are, their identity. We can sit here, we can look at the camera, verify the identity, watch the person enter the building as we manually unlock it for them. This can also be achieved off-site. You can log in via a port-forwarded IP address, you can log in through a VPN connection, or you can even log in through your cell phone. And you can open up and gain access to these systems to unlock doors if you're away from the site. Lots of options are opened up by having this type of integration. There are lots of other features available in the S2 system, lots of other things that we could highlight. Today we're just looking really at that CCTV and physical access control integration. But if you'd like more information on the system or to schedule a demo directly with us, go ahead and visit our website at www.norrisinc.com. And once you're on that website, go ahead over to Contact and our system consultants, and we can see any one of these guys can help you out. Go ahead and give us a call, shoot us an email, and we'd love to show more of the products to you. Thanks, and have a great day.